upside down. So let me put this one right there. There you go. Welcome to Powerful Couple Journey, where we talk about immigration process and life updates here in the United States of America. Thank you for tuning in. I am really wanting to do at least one or two live videos every week just to give some insights about the immigration process and just to let you know, disclaimer, I am not an immigration lawyer. This is just based on my own experience and the experiences of our co J1 teachers that are here teaching in the US, and they got their J1 to green card through marriage. Thank you for tuning in. And this is not just about immigration, this is also about life updates in the US, how we are doing, what are the necessary things we have to adapt and learn about the culture, just overall from a Filipino perspective, now living here in the United States. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. We have several people asking about their J1 process, and for sure they are processing their waiver already. And right after they got married, they already gather their evidences. However, some of them are really just after having an AOS, adjustment of status, and EAD, employment authorization document, which is the work permit. That is not how it's supposed to be. Please stay with your J1 visa sponsor, especially that you are still on their DS 2019 current and their sponsorship. Remember, we came here in the US as a non immigrant, and it is a teacher exchange cultural program. We are not intending to stay here longer. However, when you meet the love of your life with good intentions, so that's when you have to decide whether to stay here or do the 2 year rule, which is the 2 year home residency requirement. For those who are watching right now, welcome to our live video. This is Emmary, and shout out to those that are here. Thank you for being a part of our small channel, Powerful Couple Journey. We are here to inspire you, to uplift, and of course, give a shout out for those that are really here, really trying to um, come up with good ideas, comments, and at the same time be engaging in our topic today. So thank you so much with all the people watching right now. Thank you. This is my way to share and my way to give back to my community with my fellow J1 teachers, especially coming from the Philippines. Now, live and alive here in the United States of America. I am trying to let you know that this channel is really more on immigration process and just really helping and sharing ideas. This is based on my own experience. I am not an immigration lawyer, but thank you for tuning in because you might be able to get some insights based on our own experiences. So again, with a marriage based green card, you have to know your processes. Just like if you're a J1 teacher, if you have the 2 year rule, you need to really get the waiver. If you ask me, are there different types of waiver? Of course, this is not just for marriage based, there are plenty. Just research online, Google, or even Chat GPT. It's really there giving you some step by step process. But to dive deep, so please watch or stay tuned for more ideas, or even go to powerfulcouplejourney.com. We have free templates to show you on how to do it on your own. We have several teachers. For those who are watching right now, thank you for being here. We have several teachers asking for ideas. And we know that we cannot give a legal advice, but just giving insights, right? Toka Slay, hi. Thank you for being here and thank you for giving your first comment. You are number one. Thank you so much and thank you for being here with us. watching this live video. I may not be that active, but yeah, I'm just making it a way to give back to my community and just really doing my best to portray and be able to um, give my, ideas here and there. So, going back, life updates here in the US. The weather is nice and still helping other J1 teachers. Crisco's Country Live. Hey, thank you. Thank you for being here. Um, oh, Toka Slay, as long as you're showing confidently in what you're doing, other people will start liking you, what you do. Oh, thank you so much. I love those positive comments because that really makes me believe that there are good-hearted people right there who are willing to stay and willing to give comments that would really help this fellow person that is trying to just talk in front of the camera and hone myself, and just like what you said, being confident, because this is a skill that we need to really portray and really need to practice every single time because it's not easy, right? es- Especially in my part, I am not a native English language speaker. So I am a Filipina. My native language is Tagalog, and at the same time, Bisaya. So we have that dialect. There are a lot of dialects that we are um, speaking in the Philippines or trying to use to convey our message. Here in the US, it's plainly English, and of course, there are some people that talk Spanish, right? And I could understand a little bit about Spanish, but when it comes to like conversation, no, I don't have really that um, eloquent way of speaking their language. But you know what? We are trying our best to just really be ourselves, right? That's the best part of doing a live video here in in YouTube, because you can hone yourself. And yeah, I'm just being me. Thank you. Um, Oh, Toka Slay, your name language is Russian. Ooh, cool. That is nice. That is super nice. So if you're Russian, wow. So this video is now what? In the US or in Russia? Thank you for being here. I am just so happy that you are tuning in, and with all the comments that you have, you are the number one fan right here. XPlay XO, hi. Thank you so much for being here. And just like what I said, these are random videos that we are talking about, just giving insights to J1 teachers. And please tune in for more ideas. And this is to uplift you, okay? Do not give up on your hopes and on your dreams to stay where you are, because you are not trees. We are planted where we are, and of course, just bloom, okay? So go to another place and just feel like where you're comfortable with, go for it. I came from the Philippines without any experiences about other countries, but because of a hope and a dream to really have that experience and to really say, wow, to achieve that American dream. Now I am here in the US and really living my dream. It might not be that lavish as I portrayed or I was imagining, but you know what? The comfort, the the peace of mind that I have now is nothing compared to what I have imagined before. Looking back at my old photos as a J1 teacher, I was so going back into a timeline where there are struggles, especially that when you are coming here in the US, there's really like culture shock and the language, of course, let's just say barrier when it comes to Spanish, because I really don't know that people here also talk Spanish. I really thought it's more on English alone. But you know what? There are ways for you to really accept and just feel free to speak up. And for me, this is my time to really connect and help other J1 teachers. I mean, some of them are really messaging me, and of course, some of them are with our templates, the J1 Waiver Helping Hands group. and with the website powerfulcouplejourney.com. Thank you so much for being here. Toka Slay. Oh, you just moved? Wow. So you know how to speak English and Russian. That is nice. You know what? You are most likely bilingual or multilingual. That is very nice. Come to think of it, this is what they said. If people know different languages, that person is considered like top notch, like, smart, because they do not just converse with one language but many languages. So that is really nice for you to have that knowledge and expertise, right? Used to be a teacher from the Philippines and got my master's degree there. I never really pursued doctorate degree because, hey, whether we like it or not, teaching is not easy. And I salute all teachers that are wanting to stay here in the US with their spouse and at the same time doing their studies, right? I've seen one of the J1 teachers that is connecting with me. She's now a doctor in education. That is super cool because that education of hers can be used here in the US, reciprocate, and be able to earn more. And you know what? Be happy teaching here in the US. My route is not a teacher anymore. I work as a state employee. I love my work. I have my own office, and even my husband came there one time, and he is so happy with my position right now. It might not be a lot when it comes to money, but the benefits are great, and I'm so happy because, hey, I'm here in America. I can provide for myself. I am an independent woman, and of course, I love my husband so much. So this is about, like, taking the courage and speaking up and having this life experiences, because we don't know. One day we're gonna be like a vapor. Whether we like it or not, there are shooting incidents here in the US, and it really breaks my heart because that person is a Christian, and he speaks up about the word of God. I mean, there's even one comment in one of the social media platform in TikTok that says, "Well, the earth might lost him, but you know what? He's already with the hands of the Lord." So we are not that sad knowing that he is happy right there. The only thing though is kind of like having this devastating um emotion for his family that was left behind, and of course for his children. And please, we wanted to have a freedom of speech, but at the same time it's not easy to do things that could really hurt other people and then end up, the life of a person that's just giving back to his community. And well, it's really hard to know that here in America, chaos and problems are here and there. So if ever you live in a good state or in a good area, be thankful, because that is your safety and your peace of mind. And nothing can buy peace of mind, right? And drink. Oh yes, thank you. Hi, thank you for being here. This is all about life experiences here in the US, and I'm sharing my experiences as a J1 teacher. Was able to get my green card through a marriage base, and just discussing about situations right now. Ooh, and by the way, in our department, we have a must is what they call it. Like the flag is like in the middle. Half must. That's what they said, because of the incident that had happened yesterday. Right? It is in Utah, and nobody is expecting about that. It's like a small rally that they had, and it happened. Please, please pray for the family of that person, and wherever you are, your safety is your number one priority. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that a lot of you are really leaving your comments and suggestions at the same time for our next topic. Again, these are random videos that I'm sharing this to you and encouraging you. Do not give up. If you are processing your J1 waiver right now, think that this is a waiting game. Once you're done with your forms through the Department of State and the USCIS, the U.S. Citizenship immigration services. So this is the way to go legally, okay? And with the right intentions, because they would know if you are just there to get benefits from the US, and they are very strict right now, which they should be. That way they would know who is really going to have the right intention and the right way, because I have some J1 teachers that I don't know them personally, but some of them are even doing their ways to get a marriage based green card, but they were denied since they have a very low or not strong, compelling evidences to have the waiver. So please, if you don't have the waiver, congratulations to you, or the 212E rule, you don't need the waiver. But if you have the 2-year rule, then that's where you're thinking, can I do this as a J1 teacher through marriage based green card? Will my spouse be able to help me with this? Because the waiver is given to the J1, but the hardship claim should be based on the US citizen spouse, especially if this is through a marriage base. But if you feel like there are other waiver that you can get, like IGA waiver, which is the interested government agency, like you are part of the Bureau of Indian Education, then you can ask the school district to send and process the IGA waiver. That way you can work with them, get an H1B, or once you get the waiver and you got married to your US citizen spouse, then you no longer have to do the hardship waiver since you have the IGA waiver now in your hands. So see, there are plenty of ways to do that. Just make sure you're confident, you're happy, you're doing this the right way, and just be proactive, like have a lot of copies in your hand, and whatever co-mingling that you and your spouse have, or even having a US citizen child with him or her, then that's going to be a good addition to your evidences. Thank you so much for being here. I will be very happy if you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Powerful Couple Journey. That way we could spread the news that Emmary is going to have a live video, and this will help me motivate me to really give more ideas about the J1 waiver. And please, if you would like to message me, you can go to Emmary Powell in Facebook, because we have Facebook Messenger, or just go to J1 Waiver Helping Hands group, agree to group rules, and I, as your admin, will accept you immediately. Thank you so much for being here. God bless, and see you on my next video. Have a great day.